your data security. It's time to take a stand. Visit electronicpaymentscoalition.org. Make your voice heard. Tell your senators to oppose the radical Durbin-Marshall credit card bill, paid for by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
It's a good feeling when someone has your back, like how your local Boss snowplow dealer does, with a full lineup of Boss snowplows, spreaders, genuine parts and accessories, like the advanced Boss PXT, the innovative rear-mounted track probe, the efficient VBX spreaders, and so much more, all designed to clear the way to more profits. Keep them open with Boss, built to back you up.
See Simon and the gang at the AAA Equipment Center, your outdoor power equipment and rental center behind the 8 Pine Restaurant in Jenkins, or call 218-568-5393.
Grace Reformed Church, a new church that stands on the 5 solas: Scripture alone, Christ alone, faith alone, grace alone, and glory to God alone. Grace Reformed Church, meeting at 4 p.m. every Sunday at Patriot Plumbing, across from the John Deere dealership in Baxter.
Here's the Talk 100 weather forecast. I'm meteorologist Laura Lockwood. Lows level off around 8 below. Tonight, under mainly clear skies, northwest winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Daytime highs approaching 5 above. Tomorrow, ample sunshine expected. Mainly clear tomorrow night. Lows dip down to about 8 below. Temps below average Sunday and Monday, with highs from the single digits above 0 to the low teens. From the Talk 100 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Laura Lockwood. Currently 8 above.
Close attention and thank those supporters for being a part of tonight's action. It's time to head out for the call with our play-by-play announcer. Thank you for tuning in for our local sports action on KLKS Talk 100. And welcome everybody with a shred of an earlier start. We come to you live today on Pine River. It is Pine River-Backus here in a basketball doubleheader, as it is PRB and Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. I'm Devin Kruger, and we welcome you to the Station 371 pregame show here on KLKS Talk 100. We are live on rjbroadcasting.com, and we are also live video streamed at yourliveevent.com. Thank you for joining us. Station 371 has right there for you to restock on food, fuel, and bait. Right on the highway 371 here in Pine River. Bait and Sackle, Quality Senex Gasoline. They're the only area fuel station with a kerosene and off-road diesel. Station 371 in Pine River. This is a doubleheader tonight. For those that want to continue on with the Mark Levin program, you can do so tonight on 3WI AM 1270, FM 96.3. That's 3WI AM 1270. FM 96.3. Got Golden Gopher football on for the Duke's Mayo Bowl. That one is the kickoff at 6:30 against Virginia Tech. That is on Cash 95.9, KKN AM 930, FM 103.1. The Gobbler. More action on the airwaves as well as we get you ready for boys and girls basketball. Girls are up first. Pine River-Backus and Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. The JV girls won by Long Prairie-Grey Eagle 42-22. Varsity teams are warming up. We'll take a look at the team comparison. We do have both head coaches on hand to chat with us as well, getting ready for the tip-off. After the girls game, we'll of course do a pretty quick abbreviated post game, then we'll flip things to the boys broadcast. It's a Section 5 matchup. Section 5 Class A, Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. Just in the last few years, dropping down a class. They had been a double-A team for many, many years, down to Class A, and this is a big section matchup. Not a whole lot of history between these two clubs, but we'll get into that when we come back. It is high school girls basketball up first with the PRB Tigers and the Thunder of Long Prairie-Grey Eagle here on KLKS and yourliveevent.com.
With Number 1 Diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota, Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Welcome back to the Station 371 pregame show. Tonight's coverage on KLKS also brought to you by Plumbing Etc. in Pine River, Barnum's, Pine River Napa, and Laco Heating and Air in Pine River. Again, it's Pine River-Backus hosting Long Prairie-Grey Eagle tonight for the girls matchup. First, let's get you through the team comparison. It's a 5A, both teams in the West subsection for the 5A tournament. For Long Prairie-Grey Eagle, 4-5 on the season. For both these teams, it's game number 10 on the year. For the Thunder, 4-5 overall, 1-3 in section play, averaging 48.3 points per game, giving up 49.7. Pretty close numbers there. They're coming up a close loss on December 20th, heading into the holiday break, 66-61 to Ogilvie. For the Pine River-Backus Tigers, 6-3 overall so far, 5-0 in Section 5A games. They're coming off a win at the Pillager Foreign Show Classic, 73-25 over Verndale. That was also Friday the 20th. The Tigers averaging 62.8 points per game. Defensively, pretty much the same number, 0.1 fewer points than the Thunder, 49.6 points allowed for the Tigers. In 5A West, according to the QRF rankings from MinnesotaScores.net, Walker Hackensack Akeley, no surprise, right now sitting at the top spot in the West. Right behind them is Bertha Hewitt. Pine River-Backus in the number 3 slot, Long Prairie-Grey Eagle in the number 4 spot. So this could be a key game when you get to those section seedings, because of course if you get that 4 seed, then you're going to be taking a look at that top seed in the section semi or the subsection semis, as opposed to maybe getting that 2-3 matchup. So obviously a long season ahead, but that could come into play tonight. Looking at the history of these two teams, couldn't find one. Again, LPGA was a double-A team for many years, so could not find any history between these two clubs. 4-5 Long Prairie-Grey Eagle, 6-3 Pine River-Backus. As we will take a break. When we come back on the Station 371 at pregame show, we'll have our head coach interviews. First up, Jonathan Owens of the LPGE Thunder, and then our chat with Tucker Sheely, head coach of the PRB Tigers. More coming up as we get you ready for game 1 of our doubleheader on this frigid Friday night here in the Central Lakes area. It's Pine River-Backus and Long Prairie-Grey Eagle on KLKS Talk 100 and YourLiveEvent.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
We're back with you on the Station 371 pregame show, Girls Hoops, as we start our doubleheader. Joining us now is Jonathan Young, head coach of the Thunder of Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. Coach, great to have you. Thank you for some time as we get things ready to roll here in Pine River tonight.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Coming into the new year, 4-5 for the Thunder. Let's start by getting to know the team a little bit. Coming into the season, how do you feel things have shaped up coming in just a game below 500 into 2025?
Yeah, we had some spots that were getting filled by some kids that hadn't had as many varsity minutes and been in those spots. So you just never know exactly how those things are going to respond and how this thing kind of fit together. But I would say we've had our lumps. You know, we've had some games where we haven't played up to our potential, but it's been nice to see how they've responded in certain situations, and it seems like it's coming together.
When things are clicking for the Thunder on the floor, what do we see the girls execution-wise?
Yeah, our game starts inside with our senior Brooklyn Lux, and we play that inside-out game. We have some shooters on the outside. You know, it's got to remain confident in that regard, but we want to feed the ball inside the 22 and get our game going there.
How about defensively? What style do you like to play? What are you capable of with this team?
Yeah, I honestly, I've stole a page out of my dad's book. He coached for a lot of years, and he played 2-3, so that's something I've always been comfortable with. And so that's what we run, and we try to be efficient with it. You know, there's pros and cons to every defense. I feel like these girls make a commitment to it. It's not a laid back, you know, just kind of go with the flow 2-3. You got to be able to apply pressure and, you know, and take away passing lanes and things like that. So if we play it that way, you know, I think we can play it tough. You know, if we let loose on that a little bit, then yeah, you know, bad things happen to us. So
you're coming off a close loss to Ogilvie going into the break, and coaches sometimes, you know, the break usually provides some rest, but then it's, you know, getting everybody back into the groove. How do you handle it with your team, Jonathan, to get the girls ready to get back into action, because we know the schedule always cranks up in January?
Yeah, you know, we got, you know, the bulk of our schedule here starting. It's nice for them to get a break, because a lot of these kids, I'm sure on both sides of the court tonight, you know, play multiple sports, and it seems like one season just transitions right into the other, and it seems like it's even gotten more that way as the older I've gotten. But you know, so that you got to give them a chance to have a break in there. But you know, at the same time, we got to work over the break as well, and got some practices in. The kids put some time in.
With this being a new matchup, of course, with the Thunder kind of going down a class and into 5A these last few years, getting River-Backus on the schedule, have you had much chance to see what their team has been able to do and what you're up against tonight?
Yeah, I scouted some games and be able to see what we're. It's going to be obviously a tough matchup for us tonight. I don't doubt that at all, and I'm excited for the opportunity. We try to take every game as an opportunity to get better. We not try to get too high, not too low on ourselves with that, but just take every opportunity to get better. Season, your hope is that you're going to continue to ramp up as you get towards the postseason, and we're ready for those tough matchups. And we know that Pine River-Backus is and within our section, so it's a good opportunity for us to kind of see where we're at.
When you with the scouting and the game plan you put in for the Thunder, what would you say are the top one or two things that you have to do tonight to come out of here with a big section win?
Yeah, you know, it's probably easy to say this any game you're in, but we just got to take care of the basketball. We got to be able to play 90 feet. That's kind of where it starts and it ends. If we don't take care of that, it's going to be a long night for us. Then, you know, if we can get things into the half court offensively for us, we just got to stay relaxed and be confident. I have more, you know, I guess I have less concern on how we're going to operate in the defense end, just because I feel confident where we're at. Doesn't mean that we're not going to give up shots or that we're going to hold Pine River-Backus, you know, to a lower shooting percentage than they've had any other night. But I think that's probably more of our strength right now than has our offense has been. And I think you can see that with the games that we've played. We've had nights where we've shot really well, and it's shown, and other nights where it seems like there's a lid on the basket. So.
Well, sometimes that is the name of the game. We can still see how things play out here tonight, Coach. We sure appreciate the time. Good luck to you and the Thunder.
Thank you for having me.
Jonathan Owens, head coach for Long Prairie-Grey, will join us as we break. More pregame coming right up here on KLKS Talk 100 and YourLiveEvent.com.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at ShruppExcavating.com.
Schrupp Excavating LLC is
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
We are back on the Station 371 pregame show. As joining us now is Tucker Sheely, head coach of the PRB Tigers. Get ready to start a doubleheader here with the girls' game up first. Obviously, really excited to be here for this one, Coach. Thanks for some time.
Thank you for having me.
You have Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. Of course, a lot of these teams, you've had the 2 weeks off. Obviously, a break is always nice because we know how busy the schedule gets. But coming into and your approach for today's game, what were the discussions like with the girls, and what did you focus on in practice to try to get them ready to roll?
Yeah, I mean, I had a couple practices kind of leading into today, and yeah, I mean, the main focus initially is get back in shape after that Christmas break. I think that's pretty universal. But yeah, so get our legs back under us, and then yeah, I mean, part of our identity so far this season has been kind of cause a lot of chaos with our defense, and that turns into offense. And so that was kind of get back to our basics and more of our true identity. So my hope is tonight that we can pressure them early and often.
You're coming off a victory in day 2 of the Pillager Foreign Show Classic, 6-3 coming into the new year. So 9 games in, you're undefeated in section play. When you look at coming into the season, Tucker, how do you feel about where your team is at right now?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, 6-3 is good. It's one of those things you kind of always want to, be one or two steps ahead of where you are, and so I feel like we have some upside. I feel like we have some potential, especially starting 2 9th graders with Leah and Ella, and then that junior class kind of taking on some newer roles this year. Leah coming off the bench, Margaret coming off the bench, giving us really good minutes, and then Ari these last couple games as well. So I really enjoy our squad. We have a great group of girls, good families, good parents, and so it's been a lot of fun, and I'm excited to see kind of where we can go with this season. But yeah, I guess I'm happy with where we're at. I think the coach side of me always wants to be 9-0, but I think we'll continue to learn in some of these tougher opponents that we play, and so yeah, overall pleased with where we're at.
This is a new matchup for the Tigers, and you've never seen these two. In fact, what I found is I couldn't find a matchup between these two teams. But it's not only a section game, but a pretty big one. Is right now you're sitting at 3 and the Thunder at number 4 in the QRF. Starting a year like this with a game that could be important down the road, what do you want to see from your club?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about becoming a mature club this year, and we've shown some immaturity in some games, especially when we've seen a lot of pressure and some size, and so try to overcome that adversity. Try to talk about our leadership, our teamwork, our camaraderie as not only on the floor but off, and trying to get as tight knit of a group as we can here, into the better part of the season here. So excited to see how much progress our younger girls are, especially those 9th graders have made so far, but excited, like I said, to see kind of where we can take this.
Have you been able to do any digging and see what this Thunder team has coming in?
Yeah, I mean, they have a really good post player, number 22 here tonight, and then they've, from what I've, a couple of the films that I've watched, they have, one shooter, number 3, that we're going to kind of keep our eye on here tonight. So try to neutralize those 2 players here as best we can, and then pressure them, like I said, early and often, and see if we can't force some turnovers and, kind of lead into our strengths. So they play a lot of zone. I expect them to play that 2-3 kind of a matchup at times. And so the keys for us are to move the ball quickly, get it inside and out, and then, let our scorers kind of take over from there.
I know that it has that first game of the year type feel when you get into the new year. So for you and your assistants, what are a couple of key things that you'll be focused on, especially in that first 5-6 minutes with your team?
Yeah, hopefully not so rusty. I think especially coming off a break, and obviously, we've had a few practices, and I felt like they went well, but it's a little different than game speed and being ready for a good opponent. So excited to see how we respond, and like I said, we'll see how mature of a club we are here. From just over a third of the way into the season here.
Should be a fun one, Coach. As always, appreciate the time. Good luck to you and the Tigers, Tucker.
Thank you.
Tucker Sheely, head coach for the PRB Tigers, join us as we'll break more of the pregame right after this on KLKS and YourLiveEvent.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Save on your groceries and gas.
And we are back here, Station 371 pregame show game ready to wrap up. We'll have a short break for the national anthem, get to the lineups. Pretty light crowd here for game one. Pine River-Backus is not in school back yet after the holiday break, but they are coming back on Monday. Long Prairie-Grey making the trip up here. Girls up first, boys are coming up next as part of our girls-boys double dip for this Friday night, as they are doing the pregame announcements. As we get set for that, we want to thank Station 371 for helping us bring you the pregame show. Restock on food, fuel, and bait at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Got some great food, the snacks, bait, tackle. Don't forget your hunting and fishing licenses either. Station 371 in Pine River. We break. When we come back, the starting lineups and the tip-off for girls basketball on KLKS and YourLiveEvent.com.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Also ask about multiple purchase discounts.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
First for Long Prairie-Grey Eagle, 4-5 on the season, 1-3 in section games. For head coach Jonathan Young, they'll start sophomore Addison Young, senior Naomi Keano, sophomore Brianna Lux, senior Brooklyn Lux, and junior Madeline Wierspan. Once again for the Thunder, Young, Keano, Brianna Lux, Brooklyn Lux, and Wierspan. Long Prairie-Grey a little short-handed, out 3 players, including 1 starter tonight. So we'll see what that does to the depth of the Thunder. For the Pine River-Backus Tigers, head coach Tucker Sheely, Tigers 6-3 overall, 5-0 in section games. They will start freshman Leah Evelyn, junior Kaylee Johnson, freshman Ella Brewer, junior Sawyer Tulinchek, and junior Mimi Bukers. 3 juniors, 2 freshmen in the starting lineup for the PRB Tigers. So as we take a look, the Tigers in the black jerseys, orange numbers and letters. The Thunder in the white jerseys, white shorts, gray numbers and letters, trimmed in blue. Again, thanks to all of our sponsors for helping us bring you tonight's action. Girls basketball in the first half of a doubleheader over on KKI and FM 94.3. McGregor leading Cook County 39-19. That is a doubleheader. And then for the Tigers, here's the opening tip, and it's controlled by the Thunder. Thunder going left to right as I see it. Tigers again, they're going to try to get after it. Here's a long skip pass to the left side for Keanu. They work it back to the right side. This is Wurzman. Wurzman driving right side, left the shot short. Rebound to Ella Brewer. Tigers, they're going to look to run. Brewer and trying to feed Chulinchek, and it's turned over. Chulinchek kind of hesitated heading to the basket, and I think that costs the Tigers. That could have been a layup. Tigers will apply the full court pressure. Up the left side is Brianna Lux. Tigers looking to trap, and they get the jump ball, and that'll be a turnover on the Thunder. Had a game yesterday, 2 tonight, and 1 tomorrow. I'm going to try to save the voice a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Leah Evelyn to the near side, getting it into the middle. Bukers drops down Chulinchek. Back to Bukers, free throw line. Oh, good pump fake there as Young was there. Bukers with the drive, off the window and good. Mimi Bukers gets the first points tonight as PRB takes a 2-0 advantage. We'll do a quick post game between the games. Head to the pregame. We have both coaches for the boys game. We'll see if we can fit them both in. Long Prairie-Grey with the offense. It's Wurzpan, and Wurzpan called for the walk, and that's back-to-back turnovers on the Thunder. And, of course, we go to that pregame interview, and the number one thing that Coach Jonathan Young talked about was taking care of the basketball. PRB has it. They go into Bukers again. Hands it off to Brewer. Brewer dropping this down to Chulinchek. Back up top to the perimeter. Evelyn drives, kicks. Bukers wants the three. Right side wing. Left it short. And Lux. It is Brooklyn Lux with the rebound, and she is probably fouled by a PRB Tiger. Foul will go against Kaylee Johnson. That'll be her first. Thunder will inbound. They'll go to the sophomore Brianna Lux. River-Backus, a 1-2-2, lots of traps. Here's Wurzpan. Brooklyn Lux almost traveled, got it to younger sister Brianna. Tigers going to be in your face, person-to-person defense. Coach Shealy says they like to cause chaos. That's what they're after. Brooklyn Lux down underneath with the dribble, has to kick it out, pass too high, and that is another Thunder turnover. 16:23 on the clock here in the first half. Pine River-Backus with a 2-0 advantage. Kaylee Johnson into the corner. Evelyn thought about the three. She's got a high arcing shot. Bukers, she'll take it at the top of the key. That one off to the right side. Thunder rebound. Battle for it. As Chulinchek knocked it loose, and Chulinchek comes up with a steal. That's another turnover. Chulinchek on the deck with Kaylee Johnson, and now we're going to have a jump ball, and that will go back to Long Prairie-Grey Eagle as the Tigers' second turnover. Right now, 2-0 in favor of PRB. Up ahead, Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. Brooklyn Lux trying to kick it out to Brianna Lux. That one tipped and out of bounds. They'll inbound on the far sideline. And even on the sideline inbounds, Tigers don't want to make it easy. They lob it up to Brooklyn Lux. So far, the Thunder have not been able to establish that low post presence. Lux has had it a couple times and had to kick it out. Here's a drive left side, shot short by Wurzpan. Pine River-Backus rebounds, looking to run. Chulinchek takes a tumble as Brewer dribbles into traffic on the near sideline. Drops to Chulinchek. That's where that high-flying defense, sometimes the offense gets a little cattywampus and off rhythm. Here's a runner by Bukers. That one off the mark. And Brooklyn Lux rebounds. She'll give it to Addison Young. Young up the near side, double teamed. And now, right before Chulinchek took the ball out of Young's hands, head coach Jonathan Young gets a timeout for the Long Prairie-Grey Eagle Thunder. This is a 30-second timeout. We'll break as well. It's a 2-0 game. Pine River-Backus in front here on KLKS Talk 100 and YourLiveEvent.com.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
15-16 to go here in the first half. It's a slow start offensively. Long Prairie-Grey Eagle taking a 30-second timeout at the 15-16 mark. Having a little trouble with that pressure for Pine River-Backus. The Thunder with 4 turnovers. Here's Brianna Lux down. A nice seal screen from Wierspan as Brianna Lux, the sophomore, ties us up at 2. Pine River-Backus quickly back the other way. Down inside, it's Chulinchek. Got it swiped away by Wierspan to Buchers. Nice turn, good disciplined defense by Brooklyn Lux. She kicks it out. Ella Brewer, right side, and she traveled. She faked a shot, went to fake the pass, and took a step, turning the ball back over to the Thunder. Well, this game was set to tip off right now at 6 o'clock. We're a few minutes in. Addison Young almost carried it over. PRB, and there's going to be a foul. That kind of bailed out the Thunder. The shot clock was at 27, so the Tigers were close to getting a 10-second violation, but Chulinchek bails out Addison Young with a bump and a foul, her first, team second. Inbounds goes to Wierspan. Wierspan's driven the basket a couple times, but has put up off-balance shots, and there's a pass just simply mishandled by Addison Young on the near sideline. And that is turnover number 5 on Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. 2-2 score here, 14:30 to go in the first half. Offenses have struggled. Tigers gets a 2-3 zone. You have to rely on some outside shots, and they really haven't been falling. Bucher's trying to attack underneath. Here's the cutter. Kaylee Johnson blocked by Brooklyn Lux, but they're going to say she got a piece of the arm, and Johnson will head to the line for a pair of free throws. No argument from Brooklyn Lux on that one. So she clearly thought she had a piece of it. Was close to a good block. Johnson's first free throw rolls off to the right side, rolls off to the left as we have our first substitution. Margaret Crimmins checking in for the PRB Tigers. She's a sophomore. She'll replace Ella Brewer. Second free throw for Johnson is short. Long Prairie-Grey Eagle rebounds as the Tigers come away empty. Still 2-2 here in the first half. 14:10 on the clock. Addison Young into the corner. Keano down inside. Found Brooklyn Lux. Too strong off the glass, though. That's a break for the Tigers. And then Sawyer Chulinchek gets bumped by Brooklyn Lux, who heads over towards the bench. I thought she knew she was coming out. That is number 2 on Brooklyn Lux. The post player for Long Prairie-Grey Eagle that they count on a lot. Just over 4 minutes gone here in the first half. She's going to stay in the game. Now here's a pass that's once tipped away. Good hands there by Addison Young. The 2-3 defense for the Thunder is working. Here's the inbounds. Here's Margaret Crimmins underneath. That one rolls out, and right now neither team able to really find the bottom of the cylinder. Brooklyn Lux with the rebound. Brianna across the timeline. She picks it up. Dangerous spot. Chulinchek rips it out of her hands. Chulinchek with the steal down the other side, and shot no good, and the rebound out of bounds. Back to the Thunder. So the Tigers create another turnover on the Thunder, but they cannot convert. We are still stuck in the mud. We don't have enough snow to say stuck in the snow yet. Stuck in the mud, 2-2, 13:30 to go in this first half. Brooklyn Lux left side, pass tipped. Wierspan has it. Wierspan on the baseline, bumped and fouled. That'll be number 2 on Kaylee Johnson. So we have played 4.5 minutes. We have a combined 4 points. We have a combined 8 turnovers. Thunder looking to inbound underneath. First, we get a substitution for Pine River-Backus as senior Aaliyah Lewis will check in for Johnson. Addison Young looking to toss it in. Nothing down low. Throws it up high, intercepted. Another steal for Chulinchek. Chulinchek down the left side. Bumps, tries to go to Evelyn, and Brianna Lux gets a piece of it, takes it away, and we're going to get a foul on PRB. Tigers fans express their displeasure with the call. Leah Evelyn whistled for the personal. LPGE with 6 turnovers, but the Tigers have not been able to take advantage. Here's Wearspan crossing the timeline. Still deadlocked at 2 apiece. Tigers going to his own defense. Brianna Lux kicks it out. Here's Keanu. Quick 3 on the right side. That one too strong. Evelyn rebounds. Here come the Tigers running again. Evelyn flips it back to Lewis. Lewis looking down. Evelyn. She'll put up the 3 on the right side. She buries it. And there's a whistle afterwards. Is the shot going to count? They're going to get a foul underneath on Wearspan, so the bucket, I think, will count. Now the scorebook, they did put the 3 on the board. It's a 3 for Evelyn, and because of the foul, Pine River-Backus will get the basketball underneath. Here's Buchers back in. Buchers with a shot around Lux. No, offensive rebound to Tulinchek. She's going to dribble out of traffic. Here's a backdoor cut. Evelyn left side for the finish. Nice feed by Tulinchek, and suddenly back-to-back buckets for Pine River-Backus. They lead at 7-2. 12:38 to go. Here's a drive, new player for Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. That's Emily Draxton, a junior. Wearspan left side with the drive against Buchers. In traffic, off balance, throws up the shot. I think she thought there was going to be a foul, no call, and the Tigers rebound. Buchers inside to Tulinchek. Tulinchek a little hesitant on the shot, kicks it back out. Here's Lewis, almost got it swiped away by Young, and now a pass deflected, and Draxton got a piece of it. Almost was re-tipped by Evelyn, but they say no. Here comes Tori Kleinschmidt. She's a junior for Long Prairie Eagles. She enters for the first time. Tigers up 7-2. Evelyn with the driving kick. Tulinchek with the fake. Kicks it to the near side. Lewis sets, fires for 3. Short on the left side, and the rebound to Brianna Lux. 12 minutes to go first half. Addison Young dribbling against his pressure. Tiptoeing the sideline. Lobs it up to Brianna Lux. Drops it into the post area for Draxton. Brooklyn Lux calling for it. Brianna Lux driving left side with the left-handed shot. No, but she was fouled by Buchers, and she's going to get free throws. 7-2, Pine River-Backus. And Brianna Lux takes the first trip to the free throw line for the LPGE Thunder tonight, and she drops in the first. She's got all 3 points so far for the Thunder. Second one on the way, and this one off to the right side. Lewis grabs the rebound for Pine River-Backus. Evelyn crosses the timeline, drops it to Tulinchek. Thought about the 3, now drives, goes up with the runner. Nice shot off the glass. Sorry, Tulinchek makes it 9-3, and now we have a travel. Tigers defense with the trap. 7 first half turnovers now for Long Prairie Eagle. One thing Coach Young talked about making sure they did not commit. And if he was able to scout the Tigers, he knew that pressure was coming. Thunder continue with the 2-3 zone. Here's a nice pass inside. Buchers goes reverse layup off the glass and good. Evelyn on the assist. Buchers has 4, and the Tigers opening it up just a tad here in the first half. Their offense finally getting some buckets to fall. Here's Brooklyn Lux inside. The turn, the left-handed hook. That one just a shade off. Crimmins grabs the rebound. Here come the Tigers. Lewis up ahead to Tulinchek. Little 10-footer left side. Airmails it over the top. And Brianna Lux rebounds. Tulinchek causing havoc again. Tulinchek with her 3rd steal. Here's a pass. That one almost intercepted. Buchers drops it down to Tulinchek. Tulinchek trying to go reverse side. Kicks it out. Evelyn wants 3. Has 3. Tulinchek on the kick out. Evelyn buries it for a 14-3 lead and a timeout. Long Prairie Eagle, 10:37 to go in the first half. It's 14-3 Tigers here on KLKS and YourLiveEvent.com.
White's Major Appliance in Brainerd is now selling America's iconic brand, Crosley Appliances. The best in the business.
Here, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at SchruppExcavating.com.
1902, with their focus being on their customers.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Pine River-Backus with a 14-3 lead, 10:37 to go in the first half. Long Prairie-Grey Eagle, 8 turnovers, only 3 points. Having trouble in this section matchup. Keanu back in for the Thunder. Here's a drive on the right side and a pass tipped and stolen away. It's another LPGE turnover. Evelyn scoops up the loose ball. Ella Brewer returned for the Tigers, and now Evelyn down the right side has it swiped away by Addison Young. And Young taps it out of bounds. Tigers have Tulenchik, Crimmins, Brewer, Lewis, and Evelyn, the 5 on the floor. Kleinschmidt guarding the inbounds. Brewer in traffic, out to Lewis. Lobs it left side to Tulenchik. Inside out game for PRB. Get that zone sucked in. Here's Brewer with a drive. Drops it down Crimmins right side, and she is blocked and fouled. Reaching across was Emily Draxton. As Brooklyn Lux is getting a break right now for LPGE. She also has 2 fouls here in this first half. So the foul on Draxton will put Crimmins at the line, the sophomore. First one is in. Crimmins sets second one on the way, 2 for 2. 16-3 in favor of the PRB Tigers. Brianna Lux, who's been running the point a lot, pass to Addison Young off her fingertips. And you can certainly tell that the LPGE Thunder frustrated by that defense, and this is where you really got to dig deep and keep yourself positive, back each other up. 16-3, here's Brewer. She wants 3 from the left wing. She's got it! Ella Brewer's first bucket of the night makes it a 19-3 lead for the PRB Tigers in this first ever meeting, and now there's a travel and another Thunder turnover. Mimi Bukers comes back in for Pine River-Backus, and for the first time we see junior Ariana Burns. PRB opening up a 16-point lead and looking for more. Evelyn to the left side is Tulenchik. She wants in on the 3 action. This one airmailed over everything. Draxton rebounds. Ball tipped loose. Brewer has it. She got partially blocked on the way up. Scramble for the rebound, and we have a foul, and it's going to be a foul on Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. This is going to be number 3. That's going to be Draxton again. Number 2 on her. Team foul number 5. Here in this first half, both teams with 5 team fouls. Thunder staying true to the 2-3 zone. Evelyn drops down to Bukers. Bukers, the runner on the sideline. Back iron, no. Rebound tip. Keanu grabs it for LPGE. Young will bring it up. Tigers won't back down in the first half. They'll keep this pressure on. Try to keep building that lead. Keanu on the left side. Lobs it up. Brianna Lux almost too high. Inside. Here's Draxton with the turnaround. This one rolls off the left side. Keanu tips the rebound. It's gathered by Kleinschmidt. First offensive rebound. Here's Brianna Lux through traffic. The little scoop is off, and Keanu's there again for an offensive rebound. It's knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with LPGE. We are halfway through this first half. Devin Kruger with you. YourLiveEvent.com. And KLKS Talk 100.1. 19-3 in favor of the Tigers. Boys game coming up next. Here's Young with a pass tipped and stolen away. Evelyn down the right side, drops it back. Tulachek with a fake. Tulachek drops it inside to Brewer, has to kick it back out. Tigers will reset. Here's Evelyn in traffic, tried to kick out a pass, and there's going to be a reach and a foul on LPGE. They're going to get it on Addison Young. Team foul number 6, so the next one will put the Tigers into the bonus. That's the first on Young. Inbounds and just a little lob. Buchers left the shot short. Boy, they had a perfect little lob. And then there's a jump ball on the rebound, and that will stay with Pine River-Backus. Tigers like this, especially against a 2-3, just slipping somebody in on the weak side. They lobbed it up. They've tried it twice, but neither time the shot has gone in. Tulachek at the top of the key. Left side to Brewer. Tigers working them iron left here in the first half. Ella Brewer with a drive through the lane and puts up the runner. She's got 5 points. 14 straight for Pine River-Backus. They have a 21-3 lead. Here's Kleinschmidt. Up to Brianna Lux. Inside looking for Draxton. It's tipped away and stolen again. It's Brewer. Brewer on the right side goes up. Rolls off the left side. Evelyn, no, and she is fouled on the putback. And Evelyn will have a chance to add to the lead at the free throw line. Foul's going to go on Brianna Lux. That'll be her first. Coach Young asking for an explanation on the foul as Evelyn knocks down the first free throw. Coach Young is certainly frustrated with the performance so far tonight and the result at this time, 22-3, as Lewis is back in. Weerspan back in as the second free throw rolls off the right side. 22-3 in favor of Pine River-Backus. The Thunder, Addison Young lobs it. Here's Weerspan. Weerspan, pump fakes, had the open three, not looking at that. She'd rather drive to the basket. Zips it over to the right side to Young. Coach Shealy said Young they're going to keep an eye on. Here's Kleinschmidt trying the three, left it short. It's out of bounds to Pine River-Backus as Kaylee Johnson comes back in. She'll give Evelyn a breather. The Thunder not applying full court pressure. They're dropping back in that 2-3. 22-3, the Tigers have knocked down 3 from beyond the arc. Evelyn with 2 of those here in the first half. Lewis to Buchers, high post, looking for Burns down low. The pass a little bit too far. Burns saved it. Boy, how was that not out of bounds? Weerspan then shaking loose, and we're going to get a call, and we're going to get a violation. And it doesn't look, and are they going to, yes, they are going to call the foul. I believe there's an option on the clear out. Now, that is a player control foul. Are they going to get bonus shots here? I think it's, she had the ball, so offensive, so it'd be a player control foul, which means no free throws, but it is a foul on Weerspan. That'll be her second, and it will be the 14th turnover on Long Prairie-Grey Eagles. A little delayed whistle, but I think that was the right call. Weerspan raised the elbow and cleared out to give herself room on Kaylee Johnson. Johnson has it. She drives, lost the handle. Tigers turn it over. That's their 5th of the first half. And the Thunder desperately need a basket. Down 22-3, LPG basketball into the front court with 7:07 to go in the first half. Tigers employing a 2-3 zone as well. At the top, they try to go inside to Draxton. That one tipped loose by Burns, and it's another steal for the PRB Tigers defense. Buchers down the right side to Lewis. Quick shot, 3 right side, in and out. Rebound tracked down, and Burns, that'll be a travel. A little bit of contact, but not enough really for a foul call as Burns had possession and then rolled to the floor. Brooklyn Lux back in. Brianna Lux back in for Long Prairie-Grey Eagles. 6:48 to play first half. Boys game coming up in the second half of our doubleheader tonight. Brianna Lux dribbling, dropping it over to Young. Young to Weerspan. Weerspan absolutely stonewalled by Ariana Burns, and then Mimi Buchers. She had the ball, got it caught on her knee, and then as she rose up from the floor, official was right on top of that one. That is a turnover on the travel on Buchers. Thunder will inbound. They go up top to Weerspan. Back in to Young. Quick 3, left side corner, and she connects. Huge one for LPGE as Addison Young knocked down the tray. 22-6. Tigers quickly back on the other end. Brewer with a great reverse layup. Wow, Ella Brewer with the connection there. Tigers answer 24-6. Brianna Lux to Weerspan. Brooklyn Lux to Young. Young looks to drive, nothing there, kicks it back out. Here's Brooklyn Lux with the turnaround, and she connects. Back-to-back trips with a score for Long Prairie-Grey Eagle, hoping to spark something here late in the first half. Under 6 to play, 24-8. Brewer to Burns, Buchers zips it over to Johnson. Johnson looking to drive. Nowhere to go with it, kicks it back out. Tigers generally don't get into shot clock trouble, I'll tell you that much. Johnson lines up 3, right side. This one spins off. Rebound down underneath. Brewer has it. Second chance for the Tigers. Out to Lewis. Got it tripped loose. Now a battle for it, and Brewer has to go between her legs. There's a scramble. Brewer tried to scoop it out. Surprised they don't hear Tucker Sheely calling for a timeout. Here's Lewis for 3. That one off the front of the iron. Out to Kaylee Johnson. Another chance for PRB. And now Brewer, as Buchers trying to get a pass out, she is tangled up, and that might be number 3 on Brooklyn Lux. Nope, they're going to get on Addison Young. That'll be her second. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Buchers as Tulenchik, Eveland, and Crimmins all come back in for Pine River-Backus. At the line, Mimi Buchers, 4 points tonight for the junior. Tigers have had pretty good balance scoring. She drops in the first free throw. In wrestling, in a triangular featured on Skeeter 101.5 tonight, Aiken defeated Deer River 59-12. Second one for Buchers falls short, rebounded by Weerspan. 25-8, Pine River-Backus in front, and the Thunder on the near side. Pass offline, and another turnover against Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. That's number 17 in the first half by my count. Eveland into the front court, over to Buchers. Tigers have been trying to attack. Here's a short little jumper on the baseline by Tulenchik. That one doinks off the front rim. Rebound to LPGE. Brianna Lux dribbles and passes through the double team. Keanu looking for the cutter. It's Weerspan on the right side. Off balance shot. No. Rebound tap. Tulenchik collects. Here come the Tigers again. 3-on-3. Tulenchik, the lob pass. Eveland blocked by Brianna Lux. Big block there for Lux. LPGE basketball. Young on the near side. Drops it back to Lux. Lux spins, and that's going to be 10 seconds. And that's going to be a 10-second violation in the backcourt on Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. Got the big block, but then the Tigers' defense didn't allow the Thunder to get a quick turn and head the other direction. They end up turning the ball over. PRB basketball. Crimmins, quick turnaround inside, and that one just a touch too strong. Weerspan gets the rebound, and then she is tied up, and that is a jump ball that belongs to the Thunder. 4:16 to play here in the opening half. Girls basketball, game 1 of 2. It's a doubleheader tonight. Here's Weerspan breaking the press. Brooklyn Lux back to Weerspan. Looking, turning, traveled. Yep, they'll wave that one off. She tried to step in between two Tigers and very clearly dragged the back foot. So the Tigers will quickly come back the other way again. Eveland across the timeline. Looking left side. Long Prairie Eagles staying. Well, it looks like they have one player playing man-to-man, and now it's more of a, it's a 2-3, and it's kind of a matchup. Here's a drive and a shot by Eveland. No offensive rebound again. Tigers have also had lots of offensive rebounds. Here's Eveland for 3. This one just off the mark. Long rebound there, tracked down again. And there is Brewer trying to drop it down to Tulenchik. Kicked out of bounds as Johnson will return for Brewer. Burns will come back in and she'll replace Crimmins. 3:42 to play first half. 25-8, Pine River-Backus in front. Devin Kruger here with you on KLKS Talk 100 and YourLiveEvent.com. Burns right back to Eveland. Good closeout. Good job by Weerspan. Eveland drops it down underneath. Paolo is tipped loose. Tigers with a shot clock at 10. Buchers to Eveland. Inside to Burns. Burns backing in against Lux. Got a little space. Puts up the fadeaway. It's off the mark. Rebound collected by the Thunder. Young will come up the left side. wisely hesitated, let the defense get there. Here's Weerspan setting up the three. That one badly off the mark. Kaylee Johnson rebounds, 3-on-2. Johnson, one hands up pass to Buchers for a beautiful finish. Great connection there for the Tigers as they're up 27-8 now. Brooklyn Lux, quick shot on the other one. That one's short of the mark. And Buchers rebounds, under 3 to play in the first half. Would not say it's been the cleanest half as there's Buchers all the way down the right side and scores. She's got 9. 29-8, Pine River-Backus. Looking to start off 2025 with a bang. Here's Weerspan with the drives. Her layup is too strong. Chulinchek rebounds. Chulinchek drops it back to Johnson. Johnson on the right side, a bump and a foul. That's going to be number 3 on the senior, Brooklyn Lux. Tigers have been very aggressive attacking the basket. It's all part of their style. Obviously very aggressive on defense, very aggressive taking the ball on offense. Kaylee Johnson will be at the line for 2. She missed her first 2 attempts. And Brooklyn Lux probably going to have to come out as Johnson gets her first point tonight, dropping in the free throw. Here comes Draxton, and the senior Brooklyn Lux will take a seat with 3 fouls here in this first half. Has just 2 points for the Eagles. Second free throw is short. Rebound, and Johnson battles for it. We've got a whistle, and it looks like it's going to be a travel. And they're going to call that they called it a travel, so I have to call it a rebound and a turnover for Pine River-Backus. The Tigers fans not too thrilled about the call. Thought maybe a jump ball, but the Thunder have it. Still under heavy duress from the PRB pressure defense. Young lobs it across the timeline. That one to no man's land. Thunder luckily tracking down. There's Johnson stepping in front with another steal. 20 first half turnovers. Tulicek, Evelyn cannot finish. Offensive rebound though for Buchers. Burns, left side, wing 3, short of the mark. And the rebound to Addison Young, and we have a whistle and we have a foul on Pine River-Backus. That'll go on against Chulinchek. That'll be her second. Team foul number 6, so the Thunder not in the bonus. 2:02 to play here in this first half. It's been pretty wild and hectic. Young across the timeline. Hits the brakes. Here's that defense, and the pass dropped, and Johnson knocked it loose, dives for it, and Kaylee Johnson, great hustle. Chulinchek down to Evelyn, wide open for the transition layup. The steal by Johnson, the assist, Chulinchek, the bucket, Evelyn, 32-8. Here in this first half with 1:38 to go. Here's another steal. It's Chulinchek, left side, no. Offensive rebound, Johnson gets blocked by Young. It's Chulinchek there to clean it up. Chulinchek makes it 34-8 and all sorts of extra shot opportunities for the Tigers. Turnovers, offensive foul, or offensive rebounds. Here's Kleinschmidt, and she is fouled. That'll be number 3 on Kaylee Johnson. With 1:15 on the clock here in the first half. That will put the Thunder into the bonus as Tori Kleinschmidt toes the line. Brewer, Crimmins, Lewis in, Chulinchek, Burns, Johnson out for Pine River-Backus. Enjoying a big first half lead here at home tonight. First free throw for Kleinschmidt. Perfect. She'll earn the bonus. Halftime report coming up next. We'll recap the first half, go through the numbers. Second free throw falls short, and Buchers grabs the rebound. Tigers quickly into the front court. Evelyn, left side, got an open look. This one just off the front iron. Rebound tap. Crimmins with an offensive rebound. Tigers really hitting the glass. Here's Evelyn with it up and under, and she is fouled. That'll be number 3 on Draxton, who is usually the replacement for Brooklyn Lux, who has 3 fouls. Now Draxton with 3 and Leah Evelyn to the line for 2. Evelyn with 11 points for the Tigers. Tied with Mimi Buchers for the lead so far. First one spins out. Coach Shealy giving some advice to Crimmins. Second free throw rolls off, and It's an 0 for 2 trip for the Tigers. 34-9, final minute of the first half. Brianna Lux with the drive, going up. Crimmins with the block. And now Lux gets it back. Offensive rebound officially for the Thunder, and now Lux trying to drive in, forcing the issue, and she gets bumped and fouled. Is this on the floor, or is it a 1-and-1? It's going to be on Crimmins. Now the official at the scoreboard is saying 2 fouls, and the other official underneath says 1-and-1. Well, this is going to be confusing. Brianna Lux at the free throw line, and the first one, and they got a lane violation anyway. The scores table should buzz the officials over because the official that called the foul said 2 shots. And Brianna Lux at the free throw line, and this one is no good. Well, they gave her 2 free throws, and yeah, like I said, that was confusing as the free throw is no good either way. Pine River-Backus with the rebound, up 34-9, 33 seconds inside. Ella Brewer rises up and scores. She's got 9 here in the first half. 36-9 in favor of Pine River-Backus. 20 seconds to go in the first half. Brianna Lux on the left side, kicks it up to Keanu, over to Young. Young has it stripped away. Ella Brewer took it right out of her hands. Brewer clean, sailing away to the layup. 38-9, final 2 seconds. Long Prairie Eagle, and they will not get a shot off. They did not realize how little time was left, and they do not get a shot off. Pine River-Backus with a swarming defense takes a big lead into the halftime locker room. It is Pine River-Backus 38, Long Prairie-Grey Eagle 9 as we will break. We've got the halftime report right after this. It's high school girls basketball, first half of a doubleheader here on KLKS Talk 100, rjbroadcasting.com, and yourliveevent.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus Schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Anakin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
At Enbridge, we believe
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
It is halftime. Pine River-Backus girls leading 38-9 over Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. First of two games tonight with the boys matchup coming up next. And the recap of the first half, pretty simple. Pine River-Backus' defense creating all sorts of the chaos that Coach Tucker Shealy wants to see on his opponents. Pine River-Backus 6-3 coming in to tonight's game. Long Prairie-Grey Eagle 4-5. But the PRB defense forcing LPGE into 22 first-half turnovers by my count. That is definitely not going to get it done from the LPGE side of things for Pine River-Backus. That's what you want to see. Didn't turn into offense right away. Tigers were having trouble shooting the ball against the 2-3 zone. Outside shots weren't really falling. But when you can consistently get the pressure, and even though the Tigers didn't necessarily have a lot of easy transition baskets, it's one of those where you're pretty confident, I think, that eventually things will open up offensively, and then they did. Evelyn got a couple of threes to fall. The Tigers, I like the way they're being aggressive, taking the ball to the basket, even against a 2-3 zone. They did get one of the main players for LPGE in foul trouble. Again, a short-handed LPGE team tonight with some girls out with injuries, illness, and whatnot. But nonetheless, I like the Tigers' aggressiveness. They want to take that defensive aggressiveness, turn that into offense, and they started to open things up. Shots started to fall. They got some, didn't take full advantage of free throw opportunities, but a lot of players, 3 players with 11, 2 players with 11 and 1 with 9 for the Tigers. So that's the other thing, is that when you have a team that can have more than, that 1 or 2 really offensive threats, that, of course, is another big key. Tigers with huge runs in the first half. It was a struggle for both teams early, as I said, but then the Tigers were up 14-3. That was at the 10:37 mark. That was part of a 15-0 run for the PRB Tigers. And then LPG got a bucket. It was, 5 more points for the Tigers. LPG scores 7 more points for the Tigers. It was just chunk after chunk once the Tigers offense started getting the shots to drop. They have a big lead, 38-9 here at the half. One other halftime score in girls basketball, McGregor over Cook County 39-19. That a doubleheader tonight on KKI FM. Haven't had a chance to really check out more of the scoreboard. There's plenty of action tonight. I'll do that here if I get a chance here during the next break. Of course, we're also prepping for boys basketball following this one. We'll go through the first half stats when we come back. It is Pine River-Backus 38, Long Prairie-Grey Eagle 9. Girls basketball here on KLKS Talk 100 and yourliveevent.com.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC, online at schruppexcavating.com.
You know Wide's Major Appliance in Brainerd.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Communities prosper and grow when you bank locally. Everyone benefits.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Listeners, Mark Levin Show on 3WI AM 1270 FM 96.3 tonight as we welcome you back. Halftime 38-9. Pine River-Backus on top of Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. Another doubleheader between two teams in Section 5. Walker, Hackensack, Akeley at Sabika. The Wolves also with a very big advantage at the half. 52-28 is the lead for the Wolves at the break. Looking at the numbers here in the first half, and again, they show the lopsidedness of the scoreboard as well. Turnovers, again, the big one. Long Prairie-Grey Eagle, I have for 22 turnovers in the first half as the scoreboard just shut off for Pine River-Backus. 8 turnovers in the first half. Rebounding-wise, Pine River-Backus with a pretty good advantage, 27-21 overall, 12-3. 12-3 in the offensive rebounds for Long Prairie-Grey, or for Pine River-Backus in the first half. 5 out of 12 from the free throw line for the Tigers, 2 out of 3 for the Thunder. Individually, for Long Prairie-Grey Eagle, Brianna Lux and Addison Young each have 3 points, 2 points for Brooklyn Lux, and 1 for Tori Kleinschmidt. For Pine River-Backus, 11 for Leah Evelyn with a couple of assists, 11 for Ella Brewer with a couple of steals, 9 for Mimi Bukers, 4 points, 4 steals, 3 assists for Sawyer Tulinchek, 2 points for Margaret Crimmins from the free throw line, and 1 point with a couple of steals for Kaylee Johnson. That's look at the numbers. When we come back, we'll get the second half underway. Tigers up big 38-9 here on KOKS and YourLiveEvent.com.
Let's go bowling. Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River welcomes you in for a great time. Ask about leagues, including their new Fun Mixed Couples League. Thursday evening starting January 23rd. Bowl to help local heroes at Community Bowl. Saturday, February 22nd is the annual Fire Department fundraiser tournament. A 9-pin no-tap tournament and silent auction with proceeds benefiting the Pine River and Backus Fire Departments. Just $35 entry. Open to the public. Call for details or to donate. Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River.
There are many things to consider when buying a used appliance, like reliability. Will it work in the future? Or after a few days, does it sound something like this? Call Wides today, Braden's most trusted name in used appliances. At Wides, the sale isn't in when you walk out the door. They have factory-trained technicians and in-home or in-shop service to serve you better. Give them a call at 829-5292. The name to remember in used appliances is Wides.
Back with you as we start the second half. Pine River-Backus had the ball, and they turn it over on their first possession. Long Prairie-Grey Eagle with it 38-9 here in the second half. Wearspan down inside, and that one out of bounds, and that one will stay with the Thunder. Starting 5 for the Thunder: Young, Keanu, Brianna Lux, Brooklyn Lux, and Wearspan. Tigers with their starters as well, with Evelyn, Johnson, Brewer, Tulinchek, and Bukers. Inbounds of Wearspan. For Long Prairie-Grey Eagle, I think the second half, just you got to concentrate on the things to improve on and get better, as here's Wearspan getting her own rebound and then being fouled by Mimi Bukers. So Wearspan will go to the line looking for her first points tonight. Had some shots, but and the first free throw is good for Wearspan for her first points tonight. Second one off to the left side. And Bukers with it, bringing it back the other way. Looking inside for Tulinchek. Tulinchek, quick shot on the just really nice. Got the ball up high, went up quickly, and we're going to have a jump ball on the rebound, and that will be awarded to Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. So 38-10. Here comes the Thunder. Brianna Lux, left side. Wearspan looking to open it up offensively. That one falls short. Good block out underneath by Leah Evelyn. Tigers come back the other way. Looking, here's a tipped pass. Brewer did a good job pulling the hand back. And it is going to stay with Pine River-Backus. PRB fans would have went a little crazy if they awarded that one to Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. Bukers will inbound it underneath. Allows it up to Tulinchek. Shot clock is at 20. Kaylee Johnson to Bukers at the free throw line. Bukers with the turn, going against Brooklyn Lux, puts it up and in. 11 for Mimi Bukers. Tigers have dropped the full court press, picking it up in the half court with the big lead. Now pass too high for Brooklyn Lux, and it's turned over. Evelyn almost lost control on the far side. Here's Buchers, a 15-footer on the baseline. This one a tad too long, and the rebound to Addison Young. Well, the Tigers' offense started slow in the first half and then got roaring. Here's Brooklyn Lux underneath. She forces it up, and she gets a bump and a foul, and that's another quick one on Mimi Buchers. That'll be number 3 on Buchers. And the first free throw for Brooklyn Lux. Second one on the way is good. So Brooklyn gets her first point of the second half, makes it 42-11. With the first minute and a half gone here in the second half. Buchers inside. Brooklyn has 3 fouls, and they're kind of attacking her, see if they can get her out of the game. Johnson, and what do we have here is we have a whistle, and that's going to be 3 seconds in the lane. So Pine River-Backus, another quick turnover here. And here's Brooklyn Lux on the left side. That shot, too strong. Tulinchek to Brewer, and she traveled. And the Tigers, one thing about when you play really fast is every now and then that will happen, is that on the offensive end you get a little too quick. The mind going faster than your feet and hands, and then you have a travel and you turn it over. Brianna Lux looking for Brooklyn. There's the help defense, and Lee Evelyn. Oh, swipe down, boy. I'm surprised she didn't get a foul on that. It's swiped loose and turned over. Here's Brewer running the floor right side, puts it up and in. Brewer with 13 for the Tigers, as they lead at 42-11. Tigers looking to stay undefeated in section play. Brooklyn Lux gets inside of Buchers, and that's a good pass by Naomi Keano, the senior, as Brooklyn Lux makes it 42-13. You know, for the Thunder, I think part of it you could, play an even half and just stay with the Tigers. Don't turn the ball over. 22 turnovers in the first half. Of course, the Tigers have dropped the full court press. Here's an offensive rebound. Tigers had a dozen offensive rebounds in the first half, and there's the kick out, and there's the triple. Ella Brewer knocks down one from long range. 45-13, all Tigers in this one. As long Prairie-Grey Eagle will provide a massive comeback. And now here's another steal. Weirspin got a swipe from Ella Brewer. Here's Kaylee Johnson, and there's Brianna Lux with the block, and then it went off Kaylee Johnson, and the rebound along Prairie-Grey Eagle. Crimmins and Lewis return for the Tigers as Johnson and Buchers will go take a seat. Coming in for the Thunder for the first time, we see Kaylee Keene, a junior guard. I'm assuming a guard. She's pretty short in stature out there. 3.5 gone here in the second half. Young looking into Lux again. Lux, the turn, the shot. This one is good. And Brooklyn Lux answers again for LPGE, 45-15. It was 38-9 at the half, so right now playing fairly even in the second half. Here's Crimmins with the turnaround. That one was altered by Lux, and the Tigers out hustling the Thunder, diving and jumping out of bounds. Crimmins with a great save, and then we're going to get a reach and a foul on Addison Young. That'll be her third on LPGE. Evelyn will lob it. There's Crimmins again on that inbounds pass. This time it connects. Crimmins' first field goal. Evelyn with her third assist. 47-15 in favor of Pine River-Backus. Brianna Lux down into Brooklyn, and Brooklyn fouled. I believe that's going to be on Brewer coming from the backside. Brewer saying she didn't catch her. No, they're going to call it on Crimmins instead. That'll be number 2 on Margaret Crimmins. Free throw for Brooklyn Lux. First one is good. Only 2 points in the first half, and the senior post already has 6 here this half for the Thunder. Draxton will come in for Keano. 47-16. Boys game coming up next. And the second free throw, back iron, no. Rebound tapped into the hands of Tulenchek. 47-16, Eveland running the court. Tulenchek finds her. Tulenchek with a great feed there, 49-16. Pine River-Backus. Addison Young looking. Tulenchek knocked it loose. Gave Young the dribble back. Brooklyn Lux to Brianna. Got it. Poked away. Oh, boy. They're going to get a foul on Brewer, and I didn't think she caught her. We're saying I didn't touch her, and I had a pretty good view of it. I think she's right, but the foul called. 49-16. PRB. Thunder inbound. Shot clock reset at 20. And there's a pass. Tulenchek right at the whole way, and she's got another steal. Lobs it into Eveland. Eveland, a little off balance. Offensive rebound, and then Brewer was rejected by Brianna Lux. Third block by Brianna Lux tonight. Causes a jump ball, and it will stay with PRB. Here's the three, left side, and it's Aaliyah Lewis. Her first of the night. 52-16, Pine River-Backus. That would put running time into effect if it maintains 35 or more under 9 minutes. Brianna Lux looking inside to Brooklyn. Brooklyn, the turn against Crimmins. Good defense by Crimmins. Rebound to PRB. Tulenchek running the floor. Left side. Puts it up a little short. Rebound tap. Tulenchek gathers it. Second chance for the Tigers. Inside to Crimmins. Crimmins with the kick out. Eveland puts up the three. Got it! 8 straight for the Tigers as they continue to open things up. 55-16 in favor of PRB. Keene, left side to Young. Up top, Brianna Lux looking to drive. Puts up the wild left-hand shot. That one misses over the back rim. Tigers rebound. Brewer drops it. Tulenchek. Tigers outrunning the Thunder down the floor easily. Tulenchek all alone for the deuce on the other end. 57-16, and now, what do we have? We have a whistle here. Oh, it's a flat tire, as they say sometimes. A shoelace needs to be retied. Here's substitutions coming in. Weirspan will come in for the Thunder. Tigers bring Burns back in, along with Buchers and Johnson. 11:58 on the clock. Here's the crossover. Brianna Lux down the baseline. Reverse layup went underneath the net. Crimmins with Buchers leaking out. Buchers down the left side, and she goes up, puts it softly off the glass and in. All Pine River-Backus tonight, opening up 2025. 59-16. Was 38-9 at the half, and for a little bit now there's a turnover. Without the full court pressure, the Thunder not having as many turnovers, and now we're going to hit a travel on Mimi Buchers. Got the ball from Johnson and took a little stutter step before she went up on the reverse side. It's 59-16. Pine River-Backus was even for a little bit here in the second half, but the Tigers with another big run. They've scored 12 straight right now. Brianna Lux looking inside for Draxton. Ariana Burns putting the pressure on, and the ball off the foot of Brianna Lux. Lux looks at the sideline with a head shake and the shoulder shrug. 5th turnover this half, 27th in the game. 22 turnovers in the first half. Here's Aaliyah Lewis firing a quick three. That one off the left side. Good rebound there by Weirspan. Again, Tigers not applying the full court pressure in the second half with the big lead. Here's a drive on the right side. Ball loose. Scramble. We'll have a tie-up. We'll have a jump ball, and it belongs to Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. Thunder keep possession. Pine River-Backus will bring in senior Paige Holm. 10:43 on the clock here in the second half. Tigers looking to stay unbeaten in section play. Here's Brianna Lux looking inside. Pass tipped away by Burns. And now we have another tie-up. And this time it'll go back to Pine River-Backus. Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. Little tepid walking back into their defense. They've gone to a man-to-man. Here's Buchers with the drive. Got blocked. Draxton got a piece of it. Rebound out of bounds, staying with the Tigers. Brooklyn Lux will come back in. Boys basketball coming up next with these two teams. 59-16. Johnson, long lob up to Lewis to inbounds. Lewis looking for the screen. Was 2-3 zone primarily, and again, it's kind of a matchup. Here's Ariana Burns going against Brooklyn Lux. She got a piece of it, and on the rebound, Johnson steps on the baseline. And it'll be awarded to Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. Post-game show will be a little abbreviated for the girls' game. Quick notes, numbers, and awards. And then we'll get ready for the boys' game. Burns just about with a steal, and well, that was a bit of a delayed whistle, but probably the right call. Ariana Burns kind of bumped Addison Young. I think the whistle was just a little bit later than what the fans perceived, because there was definitely a bump on the near side. 59-16, Pine River-Backus, 10 minutes. Here's Young putting up the three. Back iron, no. And the rebound to Johnson. Johnson up the right side. Looking ahead, it's Paige Holm. Holm on the right side and puts it off the window and in. Paige Holm gets the bucket. 61-16 Tigers. Brooklyn Lux inside the turnaround, no. Rebound on the near side. Good job. Hustle, track that down, and then Johnson stepped on the sideline again. As LPGE will get the offensive rebound. Great hustle underneath by Keene, and then Johnson just about tiptoed the sideline, go the other way. LPG inbounds. Wearspan over to the right side to Keene. Up top, Brianna Lux takes the look, takes the three off the right side. Rebound pulled down by Kaylee Johnson again for Pine River-Backus, and then it's lost out of bounds. Tigers' 6th turnover this half, they're 14th in the game. Brewer and Crimmins will come back in. Johnson and Buchers will head out. 9:25 on the clock. Got to get to 9 minutes or less before the running time is put into effect for tonight. Boys teams getting ready for their turn on the floor. Here's Brooklyn Lux inside, going against Crimmins. Shot up and good. Tough shot by Brooklyn Lux. Lux only had 2 points in the first half. She's been able to get her offense rolling a bit more here in the second half. Holm inside looking for Crimmins. Tipped away by Brooklyn Lux, and it's turned over. Now we have a scramble, and, well, we've got a foul. I think that's going to go against Paige Holm. That'll be number 6 on the Tigers in the first half, and it will be Paige Holm on her first. 61-18, Pine River-Backus. Under 9 to play now here in the second half. Addison Young to Brianna Lux at the top. Brianna driving left side, trying to flip it, and she's going to be bumped and fouled. That'll be a foul on Burns. And here's where running time really takes fold, is we now have a shot, 2 shots at the free throw line by Brianna Lux, and time will keep rolling throughout. Brianna, the sophomore Lux, with 3 points tonight, all in the first half. First free throw is off the left. Long Prairie-Grey Eagle will go a little deeper into their bench. Leah Rist, a freshman, checks in for the first time. And the second one rolls in. She goes 1 for 2. 61-19. For Long Prairie-Grey Eagle, they'll go to 4 and 6 overall. As here's Margaret Crimmins inside. Pump fake, shot up, shot good. Margaret's got 6 tonight off the bench for the Tigers. 63-19. Under 8 to play. Tigers will go to 7 and 3 overall. Long Prairie Eagle 4 and 6. Inside, Wearspan out to Young. Young just over Brewer. Brianna Lux rejected by Ella Brewer. And then on the rebound, a foul called on Pine River-Backus. That might be number 3 on Ariana Burns. Brooklyn Lux going to toe that free throw line. It is going to be number 3 on Burns. Up next, Long Prairie Eagle, Tuesday against Osakis. They have a 3-game week, all in Prairie Conference action. As the first free throw spins out for Brooklyn Lux. River-Backus girls will host Pillager on Tuesday. That one will be featured on Cash 95.9 Radio and on yourliveevent.com. Second free throw high off the rim and out. And the rebound out of bounds to Pine River-Backus. 0 for 2 trip for the senior Lux. Under 7 to play, 63-19, Pine River-Backus. And an abbreviated post game, but we'll still run through the numbers. We'll still have the award winners as well. The big deal, I bring the energy player of the game and the star of the game, all coming up. And now we're going to get a travel on Ella Brewer. Got to the free throw line, looked to kick it out, and I think she picked up the dribble, shuffled her feet before she kicked the pass out. As the Thunder come back the other way. The difference in Pine River-Backus' pressure, as Brooklyn Lux with a nice turnaround in the lane, makes it 63-21. In the first half, 22 LPGE turnovers against the full court pressure of the Tigers. In the second half, Thunder have committed just 6 turnovers. Much better chance to work on that half-court offense. Here's Ella Brewer to the free throw line. Scoops it looking for Crimmins, out to Burns. As we go under 6 to play here. Second half, Brewer, nice feed down underneath, and Crimmins blocked and fouled. They're just going to be on the floor, so no free throws as Wrist is going to commit the personal. Subs coming in for Long Prairie-Grey. For the first time, we see Stephanie Luna, a sophomore, checking in. And also in for the first time, Sofia Chavez, a freshman. Brooklyn Lux is going to exit with 12 points. Her night probably over. And running time in effect. The inbound to Burns into the corner and right through the hands of Ella Brewer. Turnover number 9 this half on PRB. 17 in the contest. 63-21. Pine River-Backus in front. Listening to it on KLKS, Pequot Lakes, Jenkins, Cross Lake. RJBroadcasting.com, and now as Brianna Lux turns and heads to the basket, there's going to be another bump and a foul, and Ariana Burns, 4 fouls all here in the second half. 63-21, and Brianna Lux, the sophomore, at the line, and this is a 1-and-1, 9th team foul on PRB. First one on the way, back iron no, and Burns grabs the rebound. So it stays 63-21. Burns across the timeline to Lewis. Lewis driving, being held up there by Luna. Now here's a quick 3. That went off the mark short. Rebound tip. Brianna Lux rebounds. 4:20 to play in this one. 63-21. The Tigers. Things just basically a formality at this point now. Just what the final will be. Tigers in a 2-3 zone defensively. Brianna Lux with a drive, with a shot. That one left short. Rebound tapped into the hands of Burns again. Up ahead to Lewis. Lewis to Brewer. All alone underneath the basket, and Brewer with the easy finish. Freshman Ella Brewer with a strong night for the PRB Tigers. 18 points, and now a pass to Luna too high, and LPGA is going to turn the ball over. Sub coming in for the Tigers, Marin Lindquist, a freshman, will check in, and Ella Brewer will exit. Her night probably finished up. 18 for Brewer tonight, 16 for Evelyn, 13 for Bukers. Aaliyah Lewis, left side, hesitated, now will take the 3. That one went off the window, and the rebound pulled down by Chavez. 3:15 to play here in this one, 65-21, Pine River-Backus. Girls in the first half of our doubleheader. Brianna Lux and a foul. It's going to be 2 fouls either way. Double bonus. And the foul's going to go against Ariana Burns, and she will foul out of this contest with 3 minutes to go. She'll be replaced by Maddie Imgrund, a freshman. Brianna Lux at the line for 2, and the first one is off the mark. Subs coming in for LPGE as Morgan Bosel will come in. She'll replace Addison Young. She leaves with 3 points tonight. Stays 65-21, under 2.5 to play with running time. Second free throw rolls off the front. She missed them both. She's missed 3 straight. In fact, LPG has missed 5 straight free throws. Here's a quick long 2 put up by Lindquist. Rebound saved by the Tigers. Tigers have done a really good job of attacking the offensive glass, and now we're going to have a timeout, as Long Prairie-Grey Eagles just going to simply call timeout in order to get the substitution in, as Rebecca Hibbs, a sophomore, will come in for Brianna Lux. She'll leave with 4 points tonight. 65-21. And they won't huddle. It was just a substitution timeout to get his final starter out. Now Pine River-Backus wanted to try to get a couple of subs, and they're going to just play on here. It's Leah Rist to the left side. Gives it off to Hibbs. Rist on the left side being bothered by Holm. Long pass up to the right side. Collecting is Bosel. Here's a long three. This is Rist. This one off the back iron. Rebound tip. Lewis has it for Pine River-Backus. 1:48 to go. Lewis looking for Holm. Pass was tipped. Here's Lindquist just inside the arc. That shot off the mark, and the rebound is out of bounds. It stays with Pine River-Backus. Final subs coming in for PRB as freshman Lily Barkus and freshman Bernadette Bukers checks in. Final 90 seconds of this one. Lindquist looking now, tries to drop it in, and that one was tipped away. Holm, good hustle, rolls it out to Lindquist. Great hustle there by Paige Holm. Tigers have it. Barkus to the high post. Here's Bernadette Bukers with the turnaround. That one was actually blocked by Chavez. Up the right side as the boys team's getting ready to take the floor. Final minute, 65-21. Now spinning inside is Luna, and we have a jump ball. It stays with Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. Again, right after this one finishes, we'll take a break, come back with the post-game recap, notes, numbers, and awards. McGregor boys leading Cook County 42-30 at the half. As Holm will exit. And here's the inbounds. Here's the shot. High off the window and in for Stephanie Luna. 65-23 with the final 30 seconds here. Shot clock is off. Tigers do not have to take a shot. As here's Lindquist on the left side. Evelyn Peterson in for the first time for the Tigers. Here's a runner, and there's a shot by the freshman Lindquist. She gets one down the hoop. Here at the end of this one, 10 seconds to go, 67-23. Here's Chavez, puts it up at the free throw line and connects. Chavez with the bucket with 3 seconds to go. Tigers will dribble it up, and that will do it. Final score of the girls' game tonight in this doubleheader. Pine River-Backus wins convincingly, 67-25. The postgame recap is next on YourLiveEvent.com and KLKS Talk 100.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Back with you, final score of the girls' game, 67-25. For those watching on YourLiveEvent.com, we will end the girls' broadcast and restart with the boys' broadcast as we do a quick post game of the girls. Pine River-Backus led 38-9 at the half. They win it 29-16. 29-16 in the second half, win it 67-25. Pine River-Backus now 7-3 on the year, 6-0 in section games. Long Prairie-Grey Eagle falls to 4-6 overall, 1-4 in the section. Numbers look like this: 29 turnovers for Long Prairie-Grey Eagle tonight, 17 for Pine River-Backus. Tigers win the rebounding battle. Really nice job attacking the offensive glass, 19-5. Free throws, neither team did real well. They're going to want to clean that up. 5 of 12 for Pine River-Backus. No free throws in the second half. 6 of 17 for Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. Thunder were led by senior Brooklyn Lux. She had 12 points. Brianna Lux had 4 points and 3 blocks. Addison Young hit a 3 for 3. For the Tigers, Ella Brewer, 18 points, 3 steals, leads the way, 16 along with 3 assists for Leah Evelyn, 13 for Mimi Bukers, 3 in double figures for the Tigers, 6 for Margaret Crimmins, 6 for Sawyer Trulinchek, who also added in 5 steals and 4 assists. And then 3 points for Leah Lewis and 2 for Paige Holm. 67-25 the final. Our post-game award winners. Our big deal for the first game here tonight. The big deal brought to you by a host of area businesses, including the Pizza Ranch in Baxter and Little Falls, W.W. Thompson Concrete Products of Brainerd, Von Hansen's Meat Market in Baxter, Wyde's Major Appliance in Brainerd, Donlinger Automotive in Brainerd, BigDealAuctions.com, Cuyunet Regional Medical Center, Tykes Carpet Castle in Brainerd, Shannon's Auto Body in Brainerd, Liljenquist Sewer and Excavating out of Aiken, Atwater Chevrolet GMC in Aiken, and Riverwood Healthcare Centers. The big deal tonight, freshman Ella Brewer, 18 points, 3 steals, did a really nice job, and she was also one of many players that I saw really hustling after the offensive rebounds. Our Pine River Family Market star of the game from Pine River Family Market, where you can find it all and still enjoy the local hometown atmosphere. Every Wednesday, gallons of milk are just $2 for $6. Visit them online for curbside pickup or delivery, PineRiverFamilyMarket.com. Our star of the game, I'm going to go with Leah Evelyn, another freshman. Coach Tucker Shilly has talked a lot about how these freshmen are looking to step up. Evelyn did that, 16 points, 3 assists, had some really nice passes tonight, hit a couple of key threes to spark the offense in the first half. She is the star of the game. And our Enbridge, I Bring the Energy player of the game for the girls contest is Margaret Crimmins. 6 points off the bench, a block, and assist, had a couple of key rebounds, got in there, did a nice job mixing it up for the Tigers with the win. And coming up and joining us here is Tucker Shealy, head coach for the Tigers. We'll make it quick as the Tigers get the win. Of course, I've got stuff all tangled up. Let me fix that. Let me weave that around and get this over to Tucker. As you know, Tucker, we'll keep it short and sweet. I mean, you talked in the pregame about how with this defense and the speed that you have, you want to create chaos. You were able to do that and get a huge first half lead and go on to a victory. What pleased you about the defensive effort tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely pleased, coming off the break to see that we played some intensity and that defense led to some offense. I kind of figured they might struggle a little bit with our pressure. I didn't know that our girls would execute our trapping as well as they did, so that was fun to see. And I kind of talked to them here in the locker room just a second ago and said it was nice to see. Kind of came out after the break with a mature win. So.
And you talked about that maturity. I thought your team looked to share the ball really well tonight, especially once the shots started falling, because they didn't start falling right away. But once they did, I thought your team the girls looking for teammates and looking for good open shots was really nice.
Yeah, you're spot on, and I think that's going to be the thing when we play. Some teams where it's a little tighter games. Can we continue to share that ball even if we aren't, the shots aren't falling as much? But you still got to play that team ball. But yeah, I was excited. They played that zone and we went inside out. Our post went at their posts and got them in a little foul trouble. And it was just a fun night. It was good to get back in the gym, and it was a good win.
When I look at it from the word aggressive, the other thing that stood out to me, Tucker, was how aggressive your girls were in attacking offensive rebounds. Was that a focus point for you coming in, knowing that you were facing a zone defense? Because everybody knows that it's tougher to get bodies on bodies in a zone D.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've been out rebounded too many times this year, so that's definitely been a point of emphasis, and it was fun to see the girls respond to that. I thought Sawyer had a lot of key offensive rebounds. Mimi played well in the middle there, and it's fun to see we got a little depth here, coming where we can go, 8 deep, pretty solid, and so it's fun if we can stay healthy. Like I said, kind of in the pregame, excited to see what the upside is here for this squad.
Big win for the Tigers. You stay unbeaten in section play. A nice one, a local rivalry on Tuesday with Pillager. Coach, congrats on the win. Enjoy it, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Tucker Shealy, head coach for the Pine River-Backus Tigers, as the girls get the victory 67-25 over Long Prairie-Grey Eagle. That wraps up our girls basketball broadcast. So what we'll do is we'll take a break on KLKS Talk 100. For those watching on yourliveevent.com, the boys game is a separate event, so we'll close out the girls broadcast and get the boys started here in just a couple minutes, as it is a high school basketball doubleheader on KLKS and yourliveevent.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's radio coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.